So, the ODST Warbond is real, and today I'm going to tell you why I think we shouldn't be getting overhyped for it. Hello, my name is Lost, and today we're going to be talking about the very first legendary Warbond. That's right, it's not a premium Warbond like the rest of those nobodies. This one's legendary. I'm kind of curious if that's a reference to the legendary difficulty from Halo. Anyway, I kind of hate that they're doing it because, again, I don't think we should be getting overhyped for this, and they want us to be. So the first concern I have is this is going to divide the HellDivers community. Unfortunately, many PlayStation fanboys have decided that they're going to troll/team kill all of the Xbox players they encounter. I'm not really sure where PC players fit into this, but as a PC player, I can tell you the only people you should be team killing are your friends, as that's kind of the point of the game. But yeah, I'm sure that team killing and name calling that's going to result of this isn't going to ruin the experience for anybody trying to, I don't know, grind out the new Warbond that just came out. So let's talk about that Warbond itself. Featuring everybody's favorite orbital drop, I mean Obedient Democracy Support Troops. Yeah, that's what ODST means, aka the Hell Jumpers, the fabled unit every Super Earth citizen had on their school lunchbox as kids. Jam-packed with iconic weaponry, armor, patterns, and more. Yeah, it's jam-packed full of something, alright. Let's talk about the armors. But the armors themselves look good. I absolutely adore these capes and player banners. The armor passive, though, feet first. The patch notes say that feet first will make less noise for movement. Range when finding points of interest is increased by 30%, and you'll be immune to leg injuries. So for you stealth players out there, I guess this will be useful. The rest of us, though, probably aren't going to be getting a whole lot of use out of it. They really just need to give us transmog already, which would allow us to use any armor passive that we own on any armor that we own. I don't care if it doesn't make sense, let us have fun, damn it. So let's talk freedom givers, as this is where my main concerns lie. These guns are iconic. I mean, the Halo Assault Rifle, the Halo Shotgun, ODST Suppressed SMG and Pistol. The main issues lie with this game's very strange and arbitrary armor system that in my opinion needs to be completely redone, but that's for another video. So starting off with the SMG, it's probably gonna be bad, as existing SMGs aren't exactly top tier, and as I can't even imagine this thing is going to be medium armor pen like the Reprimand, it's probably going to bear a closer resemblance to the STA or the Defender. It has 48 rounds per mag, at least according to the trailer, so its damage output will likely be between 70 and 90, but I suppose only time will tell. So you're probably asking, well, then what's wrong with it? It's probably going to be light armor pen, and now light armor pen is not inherently bad, that's just a misconception. I mean, if light armor pen were inherently bad, the Breaker wouldn't be one of the best guns in the game. In fact, I would argue the Breaker is the best free gun available in this game, even more so since the weapon customization update. The problem with light armor pen SMGs is that shotguns just kind of do the same job better. And since the Halo Warbond is also adding a shotgun, which I'll come back to shortly, is all the more reason why this thing is probably not going to be very good. The main issue with light armor pen guns is that the LAS-16 sickle has virtually infinite ammo, and even if you're not very trigger disciplined with it, each heat sink still has about 100 rounds, putting the rest of the light armor pen guns to shame. It's also really precise and has basically no recoil. So it's not light armor pen that's bad, it's the nature of the game. It's just that you have two light armor pen options that do the job better than anything else ever could. Also, considering these are crossover weapons, I'm not expecting any customizations for the Halo guns, as existing crossover guns such as the STA, Plas 39 Accelerator Rifle, and that damn assault rifle that has never reappeared for me in the frickin' Superstore, so I don't have it, from Killzone, I would not expect the Halo guns to have any customizations either. But maybe they will. Now, I love the ODST SMG. It's one of my favorite guns from Halo, but given the mechanics of HellDivers, I don't think it's going to be particularly good here. The MA5C, the iconic Halo Assault Rifle. Now, as shown in the trailer, it appears we're going to be getting the variant from Halo 3 that has 32 rounds, which makes sense because ODST was directly connected to Halo 3, though I think ODSTs did make an appearance in Halo 2. Anyway, I bring this up because in the first Halo, the assault rifle had 60 rounds per mag. So, how I would have done this is I would have given you the 60 round option with light armor pen and the 32 round option with medium armor pen, as that would be competitive with existing weapons. But again, I highly doubt there's going to be any customization, given that these are crossover guns. So with its 32 round magazine, I would predict medium armor pen with stats competitive to the BR-14. The M90A. Now, anyone who's played the Halo series know that the shotgun has seen many different variations over the course of that franchise. Unfortunately, they seem to opted for a variant that only has 6 shells. So either we're about to get the very first heavy armor pen shotgun, or we're about to get a really bad shotgun. I mean, only having 6 shells pretty much makes Siege Ready a requirement for this to be practical. I mean, it has less than half the capacity of existing shotguns. Okay, so in truth, I don't think they're going to make it heavy armor pen. I would realistically expect it to be medium, but then it's just a crappier version of the HULT. Why not choose one of the variants that has more shells? I mean, they're probably basing it off of the specific one from Halo 3, which again does make sense, but a shotgun that only has 6 shells had better have a cone in front of it where it disintegrates everything, or it's just not going to be very good here. The M6C SOCOM. At 12 shots, this integrally suppressed pistol, they could make it a side grade to the Verdict, but considering they're only shooting voteless in the trailer, I'm concerned it's going to be the light armor pen, which would make it more of a side grade to the Peacemaker, which is the starter pistol that everyone forgets about once they get a better option. Which is fine, that's what a starter pistol is meant to do. It gets shelved and forgotten, that's its purpose. Just like the Doom pistol. Now, I'd like to talk about the choice of weaponry in this Warbond. Now, I understand the pistol and the SMG go hand in hand with ODSTs, so those make sense, but the assault rifle and the shotgun, each of which we already have 7 of? Okay, it's really less than that, but given the variants are still listed separately, technically there's 7 of each of those. But why not the DMR from Halo? Or the BR. We could use another DMR in this game. What about the Halo Sniper? I wouldn't even care if it was just a skin for the anti-material rifle. That would have been nice. And why not something from the Covenant side? It's not like plasma-based weaponry is unheard of in HellDivers. Again, we could use another DMR, so why not the Covenant Carbine? I always loved that thing in Halo. And did anyone else notice we're not getting a stratagem here, despite the fact that the stratagem potential is insane, despite the fact that they jacked up the price? I'm talking we could have had the Spanker rocket launcher. We could have had the fuel rod cannon. Hell, it wouldn't be the first melee weapon stratagem. Why not an energy sword? Everybody loves the energy sword. And I understand they're not going to give us a Warthog because we already have the FRV, but we are in dire need of a variant for the FRV. How about rockets? How about a grenade launcher? Like the grenade launcher with the big box magazine off of the Grenadier Battlement. So as it currently stands, I can't recommend this Warbond to Halo fans or HellDivers fans. In fact, it's almost insulting to both sides. And maybe the PlayStation players that are out to get Xbox players are a vocal minority, and it won't be that bad. And even if it is, it probably won't last very long, but it's still gonna happen. So at the end of the day, what we have here is an overpriced Warbond filled with side-graded, if not potentially downgraded starter weapons. And I love the fact that they even tell you you can't get this with the premium Warbond token either. Good. It looks like you shouldn't get it. You should get like Freedom's Flame or Democratic Detonation, Urban Legends, Servants of Freedom. Those are all great options. I mean, with the developers claiming that they've learned from the Killzone crossover, but all I'm seeing here is that they clearly have not learned from the Killzone crossover. Now, I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money, but if you were to ask me my recommendation, I would say no way in HellDivers should you spend any of your hard-earned money on this, and frankly, I'm not even sure it's worth grinding out the super credits, even if you can teleport into the bunkers with the warp pack now. Now, I could be wrong here. I have been wrong before, like with the Force of Law Warbond. It looked terrible and ended up being decent. But after Masters of Ceremony, I'm pretty much forever skeptical. And that's just how I'm gonna be. I have been your host, Lost, and this has been my perspective. A big thank you to those of you who watched all the way to the end of the video. Please drop a like if you enjoyed. Feel free to share any thoughts down in the comments, and until next time, you folks have a good one.